Welcome fellow citizens to another video brought to you by Basvision. My name is JFK and today we are talking about the roadmap changes for 3.18 and what else is coming to the verse this year. So sit down, grab a bottle of Schmaltz Light and let's get right into it. So, what is new on the roadmap? First of all, we got the announcement of the Daima crash site featuring a direct settlement on Daima using parts of the Star Runner and the 600i. This point of interest will feature different activities from puzzles, missions and combat scenarios like we have seen on the Microtech Retaliator settlement, but on Daima. Which is kinda nice because I really like how those settlements turned out and you can never have too many points of interest in Stanton. Next up, there will be more rivers in Stanton. You heard that right. Besides the well-known Microtech river, we will see an increase of the amount of rivers featured on Microtech, and even Hurston will get some love. Yes, Hurston will feature several rivers in the near future too. If those are going to be polluted has not been mentioned though. A new cave archetype is coming, called the Sand Cave archetype, which will feature several new cave networks around the Stanton system. Finally, I can get lost in new environments all over Stanton. Get ready to fly some rescue missions for citizens getting lost in those new caves. Another highly anticipated point on our list is the Arena Commander overhaul. This overhaul is for the classic racing mode and features an improved checkpoint system and race manager, an overhauled scoring system and a complete rework of all 3 New Horizon Speedway maps, as well as the Snake Pit as a new map. Let's hope those races will soon find their way into the liveverse in some way or another. For the Kings and Queens of Klesher, there will be new activities to earn merits. Over are the days of mining crystals or shanking people on the way to repair oxygen dispensers. What kind of missions we can expect has sadly not been mentioned, but I bet we will find out next time you run into an UAE patrol while taking a piss and having cruise control on. The security post Korea is going to be reactivated, which means Crusader Security now has a full staff stationed on Korea and even some contraband will get stored on site for the lawless to take. If you dare. With the implementation of the Siege of Orison dispatch, we will see different new missions being added to the platforms from the event. Those missions will range from bounty targets over assassination missions to bunker-like clear-all missions. Of course, those missions will be found at Crusader. For those of you leaving the PC during Quantum Travel, 3.18 will see an influx of interdiction scenarios, meaning new variations and difficulty levels of NPCs throwing you out of Quantum Travel to get your sweet loot, a welcome addition to the gameplay loop. Another point on the release list are environmental space missions, which reads as follows. Implementation of new missions and scenarios that the player will encounter as they wander around an area of space. The missions that appear will be based on the probability volumes that the player is currently in. We have no further information what to expect yet, but feel free to comment your ideas what those missions could be. I at least am quite interested in what CIG will come up with for those. The last edition of the release view, of course, is the hull stripping mechanic for salvaging, which has been buffed up from only FPS and vulture stripping to, wait for it, hull stripping aboard the Aegis Reclaimer, using its remote salvage turrets. A very welcome feature. It is always nice to see a new feature being updated during the initial development, and I bet a lot of Reclaimer owners are already powering up their ships to start stripping all those wrecks we will encounter. Those were the changes announced to the roadmap release view, all targeted for a release with 3.18, but what else can we expect over the next few months? End of next week, the yearly ship showdown is coming back, where citizens all over the verse vote for their favorite ship, the winning ship usually getting a new skin and some themed items like the Argo backpack we saw last year. The cargo system refactor still is a target for 3.18, which should not surprise anyone. The Drake Vulture will surely see its debut over the next few months, just like a multi-tool attachment for the new salvage mechanic. And the big boy on the release view, the persistent entity streaming system, also still is part of the roadmap for 2022. Let's hope the rollout will go as planned, since the informations we got from the PES testing are quite optimistic, and as we saw with the increase of the player count in 3.17.2, there is still room for wonders in the verse. The AI commuter system for Squadron 42 is going to be finished this quarter, which lets me hope we will see an adaptation of simple NPC travel in the live PU in the near future, and it seems like the AI will get the ability to perform medical treatments soon as well. If and when those systems get implemented is of course to be announced. Additionally, we will see some more AI off-duty activities like sleeping and hygiene to make the verse feel more alive. And if all goes to plan, we will see the Argo SRV as a new ship till end of the year too. For those of you waiting for Squadron 42, this quarter's schedule shows 20 chapters of the campaign being finished, so release of Squadron 42 is coming closer and closer, and the already quite well working Crash Recovery is coming to a closure this quarter too. There are some more deliverables listed on the roadmap, like the Drake Corsair and the finishing up of the dynamic mission system, but we will get to those when we have some more infos available. As you can see, the already great additions to the verse of 2022 are only getting more, and I cannot wait to see what the next patch holds in store for us. Until then, I will sign out and I see you in the verse.